Denny Hamlin just revealed something insane. Denny Hamlin has finally announced his decision. The NASCAR legend has given his recent off-season update on his 2024 season with Joe Gibbs Racing, as his FedEx contract will expire at the end of the 2023 season. Stay with us on Racing Rush to know Denny Hamlin's plans. Since the beginning of his career in the Cup Series in 2005, Hamlin has been a member of Coach Joe Gibbs' number 11 squad. During this time, the team has amassed 48 victories despite participating in 614 races. The 42-year-old veteran finished last season's competition with 2 victories and a 5th-place finish in the standings, ending his run of 3 consecutive appearances in the championship 4. Since 2006, he has been competing in the sport full-time as a driver. Arguably, Hamlin is one of the best active drivers because he's racked up 312 finishes in the top 10 over his 18-year career in the Cup. But in recent years, Hamlin has expanded his reach by extending into team ownership with 23XI Racing. This endeavor was a collaborative effort with co-owner Michael Jordan and made its debut on the track in 2021. In the previous season, that squad expanded to include 2 race cars, and it was led to victory by drivers Kurt Busch and Bubba Wallace, who shared the victories. The entirety of Hamlin's career in the NASCAR Cup Series was spent competing for the same team. In addition, he has had the same sponsor with FedEx the entire time, and he intends to maintain this relationship. So what has Hamlin decided? And will he stay for Joe Gibbs Racing or leave? During the Dale Earnhardt Jr. Download podcast filming in May, Dale Earnhardt Jr. questioned Denny Hamlin about his plans to quit Joe Gibbs Racing and finish his career driving for his team. Hamlin said he had no plans to leave Joe Gibbs Racing. In response, Hamlin stated that if his sponsor FedEx does not renew their contract, he would like to retire from JGR with FedEx as his sponsor. Hey, if you find our video interesting, please make sure you subscribe to our channel for further updates on NASCAR. If FedEx decides to extend, then no, because it's so unusual to have a sponsor that has been part of the sport for as long as they have, and that has supported him for as long as they have. He would like to retire at Gibbs with FedEx. That would be a great way to cap off his career. It's just not possible for him to walk away from them. If FedEx were to leave, he might only run 1 or 2 races or something else at that point, but he'd like to retire at Gibbs with FedEx. But if circumstances change, they will change, and in that case, he'll rethink it. Because Hamlin's contract with FedEx is set to expire after the 2023 Cup Series season, the 2022 campaign might be his last as a driver of the Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota numbered 11. Denny Hamlin said, "I don't want to go in a worse car." In a later episode of the podcast, Hamlin stated that he simply wants the performance to stay the same to the point where he doesn't believe he can win every week, because it'll significantly put him in a vulnerable position. He does not want to switch cars. He'd much rather keep things more or less the way they are, and as soon as that's finished, he'll be through. But that was in November. Recently, Hamlin has given an off-season update on his decision. He said he hopes to return to Joe Gibbs Racing after the 2023 season. Hamlin's upcoming season will be a contract year. Hamlin gave his comments at Nashville's Music City Center, where Joey Logano was honored as this year's Cup Series winner during the NASCAR Awards ceremony. Hamlin revealed that both he and his long-standing sponsor FedEx would have their contracts up for renewal following the 2023 season. Without a doubt, Hamlin always wanted to wrap up his career with JGR, and he's optimistic that that'll be the case. Hamlin stated that he anticipated a time when he would transition to a full-time role on the ownership side, but that deciding when he would hang up his helmet would not be predicated on his involvement with 23XI. Hamlin further stated that there'd be a moment when his attention would be more needed as a team owner than a driver, but it's going to be on his terms and when he wants it to happen, and when he thinks it has to happen. His retirement won't be hastened in any way by ownership, as far as he can tell. Regardless of how things are going with the racing team, his decision to retire will be utterly unrelated to that. Even if Denny Hamlin retires from driving, he won't leave the sport altogether. Michael Jordan co-owns 23XI Racing with the 42-year-old Hamlin and presently competes with 2 cars, numbers 23 and 45. So this was all about Hamlin's off-season update on JGR. Now it's time to see what preparations JGR's been making for the upcoming season. If we talk about Joe Gibbs Racing, it has been confirmed that John Hunter Nemechek will race the whole NASCAR Xfinity Series season and contend for the championship with Joe Gibbs Racing in 2023. This means that the team will have a larger pool of talented individuals to choose from. After a year off, Nemechek will return to JGR and NXS in the number 20 Toyota GR Supra. Nemechek, then 25, raced a Toyota Tundra for Kyle Busch Motorsports in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series in 2022. Nemechek won 2 races and earned 7 poles during the NASCAR playoffs to advance to the round of 8. Nemechek won the Truck Series regular season championship in 2021. Nemechek has over 250 starts across NASCAR's 3 National Touring Series. He works for Toyota as a development driver. He has won 13 Truck Series races, 2 NXS races, and an entire Cup Series season. In Xfinity, Nemechek's best moment with JGR was victory at Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth in 2021. In 2022, he again drove the number 18 vehicle in 3 races. He finished second at Richmond Raceway, his highest finish. In a team release, Nemechek stated that he's excited to be able to return to full-time racing in the Xfinity Series. After that victory in Texas in 2021, he knows he can win with JGR. The number 20 vehicle, driven by crew chief Ben Bashur, will be sponsored by Mobil 1. According to Steve D'Souza, Executive Vice President of the Xfinity Series and Driver Development, John Hunter has demonstrated the dedication required to be a successful race car driver. He has experience in NASCAR at all levels, which will be beneficial to the team in 2023. Toyota's won 4 Xfinity Driver Championships, the most recent 2 of which were won by Daniel Hemrick in 2021 and Ty Gibbs in 2022. When the 2023 season begins, JGR will have 4 NASCAR Cup Series teams, 3 NASCAR Xfinity Series teams, and a driver development program. Joe Gibbs Racing has been a part of NASCAR since 1992. It's headquartered in Huntersville, North Carolina, and is owned by NASCAR Hall of Famer Joe Gibbs. JGR has over 350 NASCAR race victories, including 4 Brickyard 400s and 4 Daytona 500s. They also have won 6 Xfinity Owners' Championships and 5 Cup Championships. Joe Gibbs is also a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He was named one of the best 10 NFL coaches after leading the Washington squad to 3 Super Bowl victories during his tenure as head coach. Ryan Truex will race for Joe Gibbs Racing in 6 NASCAR Xfinity Series races in 2023 in the number 19 Toyota GR Supra. Truex competed in 5 races for JGR in 2022. He finished in the top 5 in 3 of the events. He finished 3rd at Atlanta Motor Speedway, his highest finish. And he's made almost 175 starts in NASCAR's 3 National Touring Series, finishing in the top 5 17 times and top 10 49 times. Truex is excited to drive the number 19 car in a few races next season. It was enjoyable to run well with the team last year, and he's excited to be able to race for JGR next year. Truex's crew chief will be Jason Radcliffe for the number 19 Toyota. Toyota Racing Development will assist 5 full-time NASCAR Xfinity Series drivers in 2023 with its Toyota GR Supras, 1 more than in 2022. TRD has partnered with Joe Gibbs Racing and Sam Hunt Racing. Toyota has supported JGR since 2008, and in 2021, it joined SHR for its first full-time season. Even though JGR and SHR do not have an official agreement, SHR will race using JGR engines. So that's it for today's video. What are your thoughts regarding all this? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you like today's video, then please do check out more videos like this one on our channel. And subscribe to our channel and hit that like button for more updates.